Okay, I think we should be recording by now. On the update, the next meeting on July 11 will be hosted by Sweden. And then the second point is about Facilitation Impact Awards. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this one, since you're all aware of this. Just to let you know that we already have a nice number of inscriptions, but there is still room for a lot more. So further candidates are very welcome. More information on how the program runs can be seen on an info session next Friday, June 16 at 6 o'clock Central European Time. And you can find all the details here on the standard FIA webpage. So please share this update and the session with your network. With that, I will hand over to Laurent. Laurent, are you ready?
Okay, so yeah, I'm ready. So good evening, everybody. So I'm talking about the upcoming EMENA conference, which will take place in October. So there are 2 days of pre-conference on the 11th and the 12th of October. So Wednesday and Thursday. The full program of the conference is ready now. It will be online, I would say, by the end of the week. Wipke is working on this program and we'll put it online by the end of this week. So hopefully the full program of the conference will be available on the website by the end of this week. The conference, so pre-conference, so Wednesday, October 11 and Thursday, October 12. We will have 4 tracks in parallel with full day sessions. One of the session will be over the 2 days, and the 3 there are 6 other sessions in Wednesday and Thursday. So that's for the pre-conference. For the conference itself, the conference starts on Friday, the October 13 at 1 p.m. So next slide, Dirk. Yes, so so the first day of the conference itself is on Friday. We will have an open session and then opening session, and then we will have a round table, and we would like to have customers, so users of the facilitation, share their insights and their feedback on facilitating, on using facilitation, and what are the benefits of facilitation in their organizations. So it will a round table, and then we will have 10 concurrent sessions on various topics. And then on Friday evening, there will be the Facilitation Impact Awards ceremony. So the ceremony will take place on Friday evening. Next slide, Dirk, please. So the second day of the conference, so it's Saturday, it's a full day, and we will have 2 rounds of workshops in the morning and 1 round of workshops in the afternoon. And we will have again 10 concurrent sessions in the morning and in the afternoon. And after the concurrent sessions in the afternoon, we will have a workshop with all participants where we would like to share. So the idea is for people who have not been able to attend some workshops to share their, their insights and share the feedback about the whole program. And on Saturday evening, we have a cruise on the Seine on a riverboat. Okay, so that's the networking event, I would say. So that's for the Saturday. It's a full day. And then the third day of the conference, it's on Sunday. We will have an opening session, and then we will have another, I would say, workshop, which probably will be an open space workshop, an open space session, where we would like to invite participants to build up, again, share their insights, share their experience during the conference, and work on common initiatives across EMENA, across the EMENA region. And the idea of this workshop is to try to create some common initiatives within the region to further the work and the projects that are underway in the region, or perhaps even build up new projects. And then the conference ends at 2 p.m. With a lunch. So the program, again, is completed and ready to be put online. It will be online at the end of the week. We will probably do a round of communications, and I will ask Wiebke to do an announcement so that all IAF members around the world are aware of the full program. And we will also provide the fees for the pre-conference and the fees for the conference, for the full conference, and for the dinner on the Seine, so that people can register. In terms of registrations, we have 35 people already registered today. And we will also, launch several rounds of communication in France to have that, that number grow, regularly. As far as the venue is concerned, Dirk, can you? So the venue is a very nice venue. Very close to the former Paris Stock Exchange, so it's very much at the heart of Paris. The whole venue will be privatized for the conference. So there's a big space on the first floor where we will have the keynotes, and there's as much as 17 rooms that will accommodate the various workshops. And the Facilitation Impact Awards ceremony will take place in the same venue. And the venue can accommodate up to 170 people. So you can see the picture on the slide. So it's a very, very nice venue. We will have all the space for us, and it will be quite comfortable. So you have next slide. You have other pictures. So you can see the keynotes will take place on the first floor, and then the various workshops will take place in the second floor and third floor. So there are a lot of rooms, small rooms, larger rooms. So we will be able to very, easily adapt the space to the various workshops and the various, groups of people who want to attend the workshops. And we will have, all the lunch, all the catering will be on site as well. Have you got questions about the program, about the venue?
Yes, I have one. Gerardo from Italy.
Yeah.
Because actually I proposed a workshop for the conference, but I had no feedback about it. So I don't know if if it was if it is now in the program, or if it was accepted or not. And the second point is that because I hadn't a feedback, could be that others hadn't received the feedback as well. So I want just to advise you about this.
Okay. When did you send your proposal?
Months ago. I was online with the first deadline, and I also received a reply just saying we have postponed the deadline and we will give you an answer soon, something like that.
Okay. I will check with Jean-Philippe, because he was.
Yeah, I received the email from Jean-Philippe. So the point is, first of all, I'm curious to know if I am in the program or not, but that's one point. The second one is that in any case, I didn't receive the feedback, so probably others are in the same situation. So pay attention to this.
Okay.
That's the point. Okay.
I take the point. Yeah.
Yeah. And I also I have to go back to the session. I just went out of the room. I have to go back. So thank you very much. And I'm sorry I have to leave. Okay.
Okay.
See you, Gerardo.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy the evening. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Jean-Philippe and I had an idea about how to materialize what facilitation is all about in the various EMENA countries. And one idea we have is that every country that is present at the conference could, build a poster, so we could, put the posters on the walls in the rooms, and on the posters we could have some data about the state of facilitation. For example, the number of IAF members, the number of CPFs, the number, the number of facilitation training, for example. So some basic data about how facilitation is developed in each country. What do you think about that? The idea would be to put some posters on the walls, so that people, when they go around in the rooms, they can, familiarize themselves with the state of facilitation, for example, in Italy or in Germany or in Switzerland, whatever.
I think it's a very good idea. I'm Henne from Denmark. And I think actually we have some very, very good graphic facilitators. I'm sure you all have. And they would love to make those posters.
Okay.
This is Martin from London, Martin F. Yeah, and you've answered my point, Hannah, which I think the data would be good, but data by itself might be a bit dry. So I was thinking of pictures and drawings and images, and obviously graphic facilitation would be a wonderful opportunity to really bring that perhaps dry data alive, and to really give the feel of each, the feel and the spirit of each community.
This
It would
is
be
Mark.
a very nice idea. And the room looks like it would lend itself to that beautifully, because it could be around in some way.
Yeah.
We even lay them out geographically where they are in relation to Paris, something like this.
Yeah.
This is the other Martin in London. I think it's a great idea. It occurs to me that in England and Wales, at least, it could take quite a lot of research to discover the state of facilitation in England and Wales, which would actually be quite a valuable project if anybody had the time to do it. So I'd encourage you to let us know as far in advance as possible, so that we can actually do some proper research if we have the time to do it, rather than just brainstorm what we know on the day.
Okay.
Actually, I was thinking we have some network meetings in Denmark, and it could be a topic for the next network meeting to produce this poster with some of our very good graphic facilitators, and we could give that task to every country, and perhaps they will be happy to do it.
This is sorry, this is Martin again. It just occurred to me, I heard yesterday from Michael Ashworth, who's been leading the European Facilitation Survey, that he's been delayed by for various personal reasons, but he's still working on it, and he hopes to release the results at the conference or in time for the conference. So I think that will produce some concrete data on a number of countries. Maybe he's done our research for us, actually, at least some of it.
So we could try to we could arrange we could manage to have Michael provide information to the chapter heads, and then based on this data, have each chapter produce that poster.
I build on that. This is Nathaniel from the Belgian chapter. One idea is to make it a bit more, since there's already maybe data inputs from another source. I think it would be interesting to hear stories from more of a narrative format rather than just a data format, at least from my perspective. So what do the chapters think is interesting that's going on with facilitation in their particular communities?
Okay.
I think that's a good idea, actually, and it will help to ensure that we produce something that complements what Michael is producing, rather than stealing his thunder and duplicating it or doing the same.
Okay.
Laurent, I did have one, Nathaniel again, I had one question. Do you have some advice or guidance on, or will you have advice or guidance on suggested lodging around the venue, or?
I think we put some advice online already. I think so, but we will definitely provide some some advice on this topic. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
This is Martin F. Just 2 points, personal one and then a broader one. The personal one, I've registered, I think I'm one of the 35. I haven't received communications recently. Is that because I've been missed out, or because no one has and they're going to receive them quite soon? What communication has gone out so far?
In terms,
we just confirming the place and, saying looking forward to seeing you and here's a list of accommodation and please book me travel. I haven't done that yet.
We were waiting for the full program to do some communication. That's why. Yeah.
Very good. Okay, that's perfect. I just wanted to know if I'd missed something. The other point, completely different, is looking at, I'm very inspired by the look of the place, and I think you guys have just done a fantastic job. Here we are 3.5 months out, and it's ready to go, and it's looking very inspiring, and I'm sure it will be successful. I have experience of the previous conferences, which were successful but struggled financially. They either lost money a little bit, or a little bit more, or just about broke even. So I don't know, it feels a bit uncomfortable entering that note of financial reality in this conversation, which is inspirational and programs and learning and networking and all of that. But I feel impelled to do it because I would love it to see it be professionally successful, and it shows every chance of being very successful, but also financially sound. Can you say some words on that?
Yeah, sure. We based our business model on the fact that we would be at least break even. Okay. So Jean-Philippe had various conversations with the board of IAF, and the board agreed on the plan that we provided based on our assumptions. So we've calculated all the the fees and the costs with the goal in mind that we will be at least break even. Okay, and we have also planned to have some sponsors to provide additional financial resources. So we will provide the brochure for sponsors online as well. So if you have potential sponsors in your countries, you can present them with the opportunity to be partners of the event.
Okay. And would that be to sponsor particular things? For example, sponsoring an evening reception, or sponsoring the program, or sponsoring a dinner, or, so they have their name attached to something? Is that what you have in mind?
We have several, formulas. So we have several options. We definitely have options for, I would say, technological sponsors, like companies providing virtual facilitation tools that would be involved in the event and would provide some guidance or some demos of their tools, for example. So they would have booths, and where they would be able to do some demos or some presentations of their tools. And we would also have some other kind of sponsor or partners, like, for example, some companies, some clients, companies that use facilitation and that would like to be present in the event and provide some financial support. So we have different options, and various options for various kinds of sponsors.
Sounds very good. And I think with being so advanced as you are already, the 3.5 months out, there's a very attractive package for them to support. So I applaud that. Yeah. And
well, in terms of registration, most of the people registered so far are not French, so that's good news. It means that the conference will be really international, but we're still waiting for other people from all over Europe to register, and we will do specific French communication campaigns as well to have French people as well, even if the conference will be in English, and it's and French people are notoriously reluctant to participate in English speaking conferences. But we're quite optimistic that we would like to have at least 100 registered people.
And Laurent, I noticed that the color of the venue is heavily featuring teal. Did you choose it to match up with EMENA colors?
Not really, not really.
Oh, well done anyway.
Thank you.
Laurent, will there not be French language sessions as well?
Well, all the workshops will be basically in English. We'll see we are some French speakers. So depending on the attendance, we may switch to French if, for example, there are only French people in a workshop. But basically, it's all English.
Thank you. I'm sure it would be more work to make it available to non-English speakers, but it would make it more attractive, wouldn't it? In France, it would make it a lot more attractive.
Well, we basically it's a European conference. It's not at the beginning we were afraid that it would be a French only conference, and we didn't want that. So
right.
We don't want that even to be a French event. It's it's a really European event or international event. So we anticipate to have at least 50% of the participants being non-French.
Okay. I mean, I do know that I remember at least one European conference that was bilingual, and that was Turkey. And I'm sure Russia would have been bilingual if we'd gone there. I think there's nothing wrong with doing a bilingual conference. I think there's a lot good about it, actually. But I can see perhaps maybe we'd have too many French and not enough internationals if it were possible for non-English speaking French to attend.
The problem with having workshops in different languages, it's you have to provide translation or real-time translation, which is very costly.
Yeah.
Do you have any other question about the conference?
Well done. I think it looks fantastic. It's very exciting.
Yes, we will have 40 workshops. So that's
a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's with very different topics, very different initiatives. That's really interesting, really diverse, really it's a very good program, I think.
This is Martin again, did you have to turn people away? Did you get enough? I mean, 40 sounds a lot. Was that difficult to get that number, or were people?
No. We were surprised that we had. We turned on just one proposal because it was not really related to the topic of the conference. But yes, we had quite a very good number of proposals.
Okay, any further questions, or do we close the subject here? Okay, thanks a lot, Laurent. It looks very bright. I'm gonna subscribe. Gonna look up the link on the website and see if it's ready for subscribing to the conference. It looks brilliant. Okay, we still have like 10-15 minutes to go. Is there anything else that we should raise at this point?
Dirk, this is Martin Gilbraith. You asked a month or two ago if England and Wales would like to present to this chapter meeting about our chapter, and we had actually, is this the same meeting or is this the other meeting?
That's this meeting.
Okay.
Monthly.
We did have our new leadership team met face-to-face for the first time a few weeks ago. And I see that you've got Sweden already lined up for next month. But I think the month after that, or some other month in the future beyond that, I think would be good timing for us. I would be happy if you have a date to suggest. I would be happy to put it to the team and see who could attend and talk about our experience.
Okay. Let me take a look.
It doesn't have to be now, but if you want to email me, perhaps even 2 or 3 alternative dates.
Dates are actually on Basecamp. And I think we have meetings scheduled until November. So the next available date would be December.
Do you have the date?
I'll send that by email. It's always on the second Tuesday of the month.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll pencil it into my diary and see who might be free.
Okay.
So Tuesday the 12th.
Yeah, I've seen some images coming by about the England-Wales meetups with the new team. It looks like that's promising too.
I think so.
So you guys have already had some great meetings there.
Well, this was our first team meeting, but we've had a lot of meetup kind of meetings and more of those coming up. Yeah, it's making good progress, but you're going to have to wait till December to find out the details.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, I talked briefly about the Facilitation Impact Awards. Any questions on that program or anybody else wanting to add something to it?
This is Martin F. I'd just be interested. You said there is quite a lot of applications already. That's very good. And is it? Are we going to have to turn lots? I mean, I guess that's good news, isn't it? It makes more work for the team. And could you say something about the scale of the team? Because I know that it's changed. The organisation has changed from Michael Wilkinson to, I think, is it Sharon or someone in Australia? It's so is that gone smoothly? That transition?
I'm sorry, I'm not really involved myself in that, Martin.
Okay.
So I don't have any details about
Well,
it.
let's assume it is. It looks like it's going well, but it was a moment of, I think, a little bit of question 6 or 9 months ago when Michael, who had inspired the whole thing, was stepping down. That's okay. Sounds like it's going well.
It's Julia Donahue, I think, in Australia, who's taken
That's right.
over.
That's right, Julia. That's it. Yeah.
I attended one of their information webinars with Julia, and she seems to have very much got a grip on it. And certainly my impression from that webinar is that it's in good hands.
Dirk, for the group, I do have a question actually related to the Impact Awards. Does anyone happen to know if they are recording the sessions and making them online someplace? The reason that I ask is because maybe some members would like to, would be interested in it, but won't be actually able to attend in the live event.
They are, Nathaniel, and the one that I attended is certainly already on YouTube on the IAF channel, and I guess the other ones will be too when they happen. I'm not sure if any others have happened yet, or if they're just coming.
Yes,
Okay.
You have some in English and Spanish as well already, so people can listen to that. Yeah, because it's posted in the website.
Okay, on YouTube. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions, remarks? Otherwise, I think we just can close it a bit early today and give you some more time to enjoy, well, what looks like a very sunny evening over here. I don't know how the UK is doing, but I think Celeste is agreeing with that.
UK is doing fine. It's always sunny here. Didn't you know that?
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, I knew.
Permanently.
We've been having a very hot week. It's about 34, from 34 to 40. So it's hot.
Okay, I'm staying in
Ouch.
Belgium. Thank you. All right.
Laurent, kudos to you and all of the team working on organizing the conference in Paris this year. It looks like it's going to be a great event.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good.
All right, then I think we can close off here if I can find the right buttons again.